T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm bringing you my review for Tranformers Studio Series Dark of the Moon Leadfoot, who is number 68 in the ongoing line of Studio Series figures. He's a deluxe class. And as you can imagine, he is a Target exclusive. Why? I don't know. I don't know why he's a Target exclusive. But anyway, here's Leadfoot and how he appeared in the movie. He's an overweight Transformer for some reason when they can change their body to be anything. He has the Battle of Chicago backdrop, and he comes with this block of plastic that I believe was named Steeljaw, and it's a dog, and he never appeared in the movie. If he did, he was in some frame where they didn't bring attention to him. But I believe this is the second time we've gotten a plastic representation of Steeljaw. The last time was with the Human Alliance Leadfoot, which I do have somewhere, and he's not going to be in this video, so I wish I didn't bring it up. As you may have heard, something fell off of him, bringing about the main issue with this toy. That it's not a real issue, but these little side missiles or whatever, they're designed, they have two little peg holes. They're designed to clip on these things right there. They do not stay on there well. You can get it on there. I suggest getting him in the pose you want, sticking them there if you desperately want the missiles on there, but they come off incredibly easy, and I'm not going to drive myself crazy. You saw where they're supposed to go. Now they're not there anymore. But anywho, he is great. The plastic consistency doesn't really feel cheap. He feels like a substantial deluxe. He's shaped like what he's supposed to be shaped like. He has articulation, but they skimped on paint all over the place. That's the only main gripe or main issue that I have. Like, there's no detail here, no detail there. I saw on the back of the product image that he had silver painted in the legs. He does not have that here. And let me show you what to do to make this guy like he's supposed to be, because in the package he's not, right? His legs are down here. When you do that, you're looking at it like, how do I rotate this forward? You can't. I mean, you could, if you want him to be taller, you could rotate this ball joint, and he still has access to this. And then if you want the leg to go backwards, you rotate it backward if you want that. But they're supposed to be bent out like this, so he has access to actual hip motion. Also, this will probably be loosey-goosey, making it look like he has an ab crunch for a fat guy. Just rotate it. There's actually a tab here. It clicks into place right there and stays sturdily unless you really mishandle it. But plug the shoulders back into these arms, which do not stay there well, to be honest. So I guess that's another issue. But yeah, now we can enjoy this guy. Here's a close-up on his face. They did paint the silver parts of his beard and his hair. And I don't know if he's supposed to be bald or if that's a cap. And he has the blue eyes. Here are the details up close on his body. He does have paint details on the arms. Right there on the shoulder. That's what I was looking for. You're supposed to have the 42 right here, as you saw in the box. But yeah, that's my main gripe. He just needs more paint. But articulation, the head is on a ball joint. It rotates, it can kind of tilt and whatnot. This panel can move a little bit. The arms on the ball joint, you can do that and rotate. Swivel right here, hands right there. That looks like a ball joint, but it's not. The wrists go in, they do not rotate. The hips are on a ball joint, so whatever you can get out of this without bumping into his body, that's what you're working with. He has a swivel right here. He technically has a double jointed knee, but the way it's sculpted, you're not gonna get, no, maybe, never mind. You can get double jointed bruises out of that. And this goes up and down. I wish that was an ankle pivot, but it's not. And he has a heel back there. So there you are with that. I promised myself I wouldn't drive myself crazy with comparison. So here are things that are available next to me. There's Studio Series Blitzwing, Studio Series Bumblebee. He's a little tiny bit shorter. And here is Shatter. You should have these figures because the Bumblebee movie was freaking awesome. I didn't go into it, but these guns right here, he has it on both sides. They're removable. And you have this shoulder cannon right here, which is removable. So, transformation, take those off. That's what we'll start with. And now, what will we do? We will separate this from the front of his body. Go ahead and push the head back like that. Fold these in. And now we can rotate that backwards. And this was out. Shut that right there. Then we can rotate the arms forward and bring out this. And we can push the foot up and rotate the legs up like that. Rotate it up like that. Bring the hips down. And now we can rotate the body back like that. Shut this. Bring the legs back to this area right here, but don't put anything together yet. Push the hands inside like that. The shoulders rotate under like this. Meanwhile, you're supposed to rotate the arms like that. Under like this, rotate the arms like that. And why we didn't close the legs? Because we need to get this little notch right here behind this. Meanwhile, we need to get that tab right here into that area. So shut that side together. Do the same stuff over here. Get this little notch behind that and shut that tab over that. Now we can tab the rear of his car together and boom, he is a car after we squeeze everything like I like to do. He can roll, and he's not armed up. This vehicle was armed up. We can put this cannon on the top. We can take these little machine guns and plug them to there. These peg-on points are not very deep. They don't feel secure. If you drop this on the ground with all these things on here, they're gonna go everywhere. And now we can plug the missiles on like this. Plugging these missiles on the front right here, just because we're in vehicle mode, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't make them easier to clip on or stay on. They still pop off. I could have swore the last time I did this in vehicle mode, they stayed on better. I'm like putting them, it's 2 ports. I'm trying to put it in every port, and they're still freaking popping off. So, sheesh. I don't know what to suggest to help with that, but no, it is weaponized. I have a feeling I do not have these missiles on correctly because they're aimed towards the ground. But they wouldn't allow me to put, I'm putting it into this peg. It would not allow me to get it into, this is bumping into the other stuff lying around. And oh yeah, his tires say Ultra Wrecker. And the box has NASCAR licensing and all that. But I'm not going to drive myself crazy. Here we are with this. Here's a comparison to Bumblebee. Before reverse transformation, the car mode is neat. Still could use more paint details, in my opinion. I mean, the guns help cover the stuff up where paint should be, and it makes it look more interesting. But the guns don't want to stay on. Like, this is constantly, these popped off and that popped off just by breathing. And we have this gun up here. Here is Steel Jaw next to him in car mode right there. Here's Steel Jaw next to Bumblebee. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start where we stopped. Detach there on both sides. And now we should have access to move that out the way. And unplug that. Now we can get the arms pretty much out of this area right there and stretched out, stretch the hands out. Go ahead, bring this down, bring the feet down and the legs up, feet down and the knees bent. Stretch out the hips to the side, separate this from the front. Go ahead and clip this into place. This will rock. Clip that into place. It should stop things for now. Fold this under, fold the arms back. Now we can go ahead and lift this part of the hood out, which will allow us to move this out more smoothly. Stretch out his windows, push up the head, and bring the windows back to the pegs that are on his shoulders right here. And these don't stay clipped in. So I guess the main problem with this thing is these little tabs on this figure, whether it's for his robot mode right here on the shoulders or the tabs in his guns, they do not want to work well. So this stays on his shoulder and robot mode, and these guns stay on the forearms very well in robot mode, but they don't stay on the car mode well. And the missiles, I'm not even going to try right now. They are annoying. You might as well just forget they exist. I mean, hope maybe your figure is different than mine, because these are mass produced and maybe the tolerances will be better on your figure, but they ain't working for me, so I'm not going to drive myself crazy. But anywho, good toy minus the gripes. I hate that it seems like with these Studio Series figures, I have to have many gripes. I guess it's because of their design and their less blockiness compared to freaking like War for Cybertron figures, and they're forced to work with what they can work with based on the freaking design of the movies. So maybe that's the problem with these figures, but overall it's still a good toy minus the little gripes and quality control issues. Anywho, thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.